Okay, let's start chapter 4. Chapter 4 is called effective charts. This is one of the great um, features of Excel. I mean, if you learn how to manipulate data in a raw format, say, here you can see the data in more of a visual effects. This is kind of like an example of what you can do. So instead of looking at data in a table, you can just see it in a pie chart. Okay, might be like easier to see. So we're going to create some of the famous charts that are available in Excel. We're going to learn how to change the formats of the charts and how to change the values inside the chart. There are many charts in Excel. We can't cover them all. It's kind of like functions. You cannot go and cover all the functions. It's up to you to decide which chart that you like, or maybe like suitable for the data you're presenting. Not all the data can be represented in pie charts. And sometimes you'll find it awkward to represent the data in a certain chart, certain type of charts. But the main topics here is that we're going to explore different types of charts, and we're going to see how to create them and how to edit them. Really easy to create and edit. What happened? Okay. There are two types of another type. What's happened? I don't know what's happening there. There are other small part of charts here we're going to cover. It's called spark lines and data bars. These very nice ones. What's going on with this? Let's go ahead and see. This is how it looks like. These kind of like elements that you have to know which to navigate through charts. So this is the title. You can see there. These are the cell data. So once you select a chart, you will see that the data is selected for you. Let's jump and start with creating a chart. So don't look about this one. So think about you having this table, and you have name of employees, and you have the number of times they use a massage table or portable tables. Okay, so simply you just go and select the data, and you will see something appears here called the quick analysis. I think this is a new feature in Excel 2016. You also can go insert, and you'll find different chart types there. All right, you're gonna see both. For example, if you click on this one, you would decide if you want to make a quick formatting, charts, tables, totals, if you want to add the totals or the spark lines. So in this example, we're going to see charts. It'll give you the most 3 famous charts in Excel. Yeah. Oh, that's it's not there. Wait. Give me a second. I can. Is that available in the? Okay. Oh, I can stop recording. Pause sharing. What's that? Pause recording. Okay, we're back. I just added the file canvas. So in order to create a chart, you highlight the table that you want to create, and you use the quick analysis part. So if you click on that one, you select chart. You could see different, if you want the bars or you want the pie chart. So in this example, if you use the pie chart, just click on it and it just pops up, all right? It looks like it's floating over the worksheet, so you can drag, if you see these 4 sides arrows, you can drag you can drag and place it wherever you want. You would see you have a title there. You have, this is called legend. They will tell you which color represents which employee. Okay, you can resize it from dragging from the sides. And also you can move the charts to a new sheet if you want. So if you go and right click and do move chart, so it will tell you you want to move to a new sheet. Say yes. This will create a new sheet for you. Click OK. Now you have a new sheet that only has your chart. This is irreversible. I think that one. So I'm just gonna move that back. Put it in table use. I just move it back to the original. That's it. That's how you create a chart. Okay, but what you can do after that is that you need to edit the chart, modify the charts. You can modify, these are the type of the charts, we can see them. Let me explore some of the types there since we're there. If you go and select the data again, you go to insert, you'd find different types of charts. So this is a pie chart. If you click on that one, you could see a 2D pie or a 3D pie or kind of like a donut pie, okay? If you click on the bar chart, you could see different types. Similarly, if you click on that one, you click on chart, you go and click more there, it will take you to a kind of like a table. So this is kind of like a recommended, 4 recommended types, the bars, the pie. But also you can go and see all charts. You can like list them there for you. This is a line chart. You can see. I like this view. I like this preview. So if you click on them, you can show you how to. These kind of like types of charts. So pie, line, column, bar, one of the famous ones. Or these the 4 types that's common in Excel. The pie, the bars, column bars, line chart, and bar chart. Let's go and explore several types of them. So this one is kind of like nice to see in a pie chart, but what about different types of data? What about this data? Okay, you would see you have different type of massage. We're talking about physical therapy here, about the spa. So these are like different types of massages, but also you would see how many of them were made during week 1 or week 2 or week 3. This is, if you represent this in a pie chart, it's going to be like huge pie chart. You want to see the trend here. You want to see how you're doing in week 1, week 2, week 3. So the line chart is more about suitable there. So if you selected the data, if you don't want to see the whole type of massages, you want to see, for example, the first 3. You just highlight the data, go and click on quick analysis, click chart. You have a line. So you can see it as a line there. But you also can have it as a, what's it called? Stacked. What's that type? This is kind of like a nice visual instead of using that one. So if you're using this one, you click on that. You see how you're doing for, this is the Thai massage. So it will tell you week 1, week 2, week 3, you're doing good. Then suddenly the numbers will drop down and start to pick up again. So this kind of like show you the trend. Pie chart won't show you that, right? Pie chart will summarize the data for you and just give you a percentage of the whole. This is another pie chart. These are the column bars. I want to see the, yeah. This also kind of like show you a trend. So imagine that you want to see a comparison between age and temperature. Uh, People at different age request different heat temperatures when they go to spas. So let's say you want to see the relationship between the age and the temp, okay? So if you go and select both, we're not going to see everything, for example, but here you want to see we call this scatter, I think scatter bar. It's not a line. This is kind of like a line. And what you're going to see is the scatter. Scatter is kind of like you see the relation between X and Y. Okay. So you can see that this is X and this is Y. We're going to see how you can see or manipulate this to show more data, but this type of chart is more suitable for this type of thing. Okay, you kind of see that as you go older, you kind of like try to request more of a higher temperature. You can see that it's going up, it's picking up this way. Let's go back to our original pie chart. So there are different types. Each type is suitable for a different thing. But once you created the chart, you can either change the formatting or change the values or data inside. So the formatting is, you can change the, like, for example, if you click on the chart itself, you would see these shortcuts there. Everything is available there. These kind of like shortcuts. If you go to styles, you can see different types here. And also if you hover over it, you can see the name, style 1, the style 2, the style 3. So it will change the colors for you, change the backgrounds colors. These kind of like a pre-defined styles. If you, for example, selected this style, you have to click on it again to make it disappear, okay? But it won't disappear by itself, you just stay there. So you either click somewhere outside or you go and click on that icon again. And once you select any chart, you could see that you have a new design and format tabs there. So the format would change wherever selected from there. So you can go and change the formatting from there, or you can reset the values. These kind of like different word styles. Okay. You want to change the filling colors inside, or you want to change the outline. So the outline is, for example, if you select the green, you could see that the border now is green. So you're not messing with the data yet, okay? You're just playing with the formatting, as we did with Excel data. So you're just changing the outer format. You're not changing any of the data inside. You can also add shape effects. So you want to add a shadow, for example. That will make a shadow at the top. These are the different themes too. So these kind of like chart styles, you can also filter the data, this one. So if you go and click on that one, you would see all the data inside. For example, you want to hide Christy. You want to show her in, you don't want to show her in the pie, so you just click on that and click apply. So we'll take it away. You can put her back, apply. Same thing with other types of charts. So here you have a different formatting. You can change the colors, the background colors, or you can go there and change. This is the style. This is the color. So you could pick a different set of colors. So this will give different colors to each one of the names. These ones will also change the whole colors for you. You can see the colors inside are changing. Let's say you're deciding on you're liking this one maybe better. Just select one. Yes. Okay. You can edit the chart title. You just go and double click there and start to type your own title there. Okay. You can also reference to a cell. So for example, you want to name this, whatever name appears there, you want to name this chart as this. So you have to go and click once on it. And in the formula bar, you click the equal sign and you select which cell you want. Click enter. And the title now will be this cell. Okay. Then double click on it. So you're not changing the name inside. Just one click out of it, like that. Then you put an equal sign and put the cell name there. Okay, so we played with the formatting. I think it comes later there. It's the textuals. So what if you want to change the data inside? Okay, you're not the formatting anymore. So if you go and click on the chart, you have this plus sign there, which is called chart elements. Okay. And in this chart, you will find 3 elements. In different charts, you will find different elements there. For example, this one has more elements that you can add. Okay, so it's varies. This is the chart title. You can take it off. You can put it back. You can decide if it's bigger or small. More options there. You could go and see. These are the formatting. Data labels. So now we're labeling we see the legend. It's called the legend there. This one, but data labels. If you go and click on that one, the values inside you can change them. So you can put them in the center. You can put them to the inside part, the outside part. Best fit. Data call out. So you will see them as the box popping outside. If you decide on this one, you just click on it. And the legends. The legends are what kind of describe the data inside. Okay, so if you go there and you can see, I want them to appear at the top, the left, the bottom, or you can go and click more options there. So I want to see them at the bottom, or maybe at the, okay. You can also make, for example, this is the highest capacity, is the 36. You want to give it more visual. So you click on it when you see it's already, the only one is selected, this one. Drag it outside a little bit. And kind of like show that this is the highest, this is your highest, okay? Let's give it more visual effects. If you see different charts, for example, this one, if you go and see the elements, you have an axis, so because you have an X and Y there, so you could take it off or bring it back. You see these X's, X and Y. So you can show them or make them hide. The axis title. So if you want to see like what is this? What are these values? You can see these are the weeks, okay? But you also want to add kind of like an axis title. So if you click on that one, selected it, you'll be able to write, like this is the 10th, for example. Okay. Data labels, so you could show the data inside. You could create a table underneath. The grid lines, you can take them off or bring them on, these lines. And also the legend, so you can take them away, bring them back. Put them maybe on one side. You'll see different charts has different items. This one has the timeline, so you could take off that line there. You want to see it, you just want to see the data. But this timeline will calculate the averages. I'll just give you a line. I'll show you where the average is. Also, you can change that line format. This is the linear line. Okay. We show the trending by that type of chart. The grid lines. Set the formatting, so you could change the numbers and autofills. Sparkling and data bars. I don't know if they called charts, but let's say, which the proper example there is, I'm going to delete this one. This is called spark lines. So you go and select an empty cell there and go and click insert, and then you will find spark lines section. See there? You go and click line. I will tell you which range of data you're looking for. So these are the whole data there. I want to see a spark line for each row in this column. You go and click OK. You see like these small lines that will tell you how the data fluctuate. So it starts going up, going down, and it's kind of like steady. This one is more of a fluctuation, so it goes up and down. So this one will represent all of these data. Okay, each one will represent its own data. Again, these is not suitable for everything, so you have to know where to use them. You could use them, for example, here too. I see an example here for them. Okay, let's go a sparkline. Very useful, very nice. And also, there is something called okay. So you have to select. Sorry, again, repeat that question.
So when you go to sparkline, you can do a line.
Okay.
Which do you want to do?
It's your own preference. I mean, I think the homework will ask you for a line. I think it will ask for a line. So if it's asked for a line, just show that you can do it. For example, he's asking here is that we use a line there, okay? So what if we want to see it as a bars like that? I don't like the bars. I will show you a better way to show the bars. But if you go here and insert, you click column. Okay, it's the same thing. It will ask you which data you're looking for. So you're selecting the whole data. You click OK, and you'll see it this way. I'll see this is better because this one kind of show you the trend. So it show you up and down, right? if this might be suitable for, I don't know if there's any good example there, but maybe this one. So if you go there and do an insert, you do a column. Nope. It doesn't compare. This one should compare to the next value and next value and next value. So unless you have a different values like this one, this won't tell you anything. I mean, if you're hiding this thing and you see that one, it's kind of like unrepresentative. Okay, so you have to be selective in these ones. I think the assignment will ask you for the sparklines. The other way is to use the what's it called here? The data bars. The data bars. This will take you back to the conditional formatting. So if you select, I think it works that way. So if you select an empty cells there and you go and select data bars from conditional formatting. Oh no, you have to select the data, for example. Sorry. So go and select the data. You go to conditional formatting and then you have a data bars. This will compare the value to the maximum value in this range, okay? So the 14 is kind of like the lowest because you have 91 there. So it will show you how that cell do compared to other cells, all right? So if you selected this one, the bar, you click enter, you will see that you're doing not so good here, but it's kind of like picking up. This is the highest value. That's why you could see the highest color there. Okay, you can go back and change the formatting. You have a different colors there. And you can have a solid color. This one will, you see it's darker from one side and lighter from the other side. These are like solid ones. And these are rules. So if you click there and you can see the rules that we create. It's very similar to the conditional formatting that we used in chapter 2. So this one is kind of like, you don't find it in insert. It's not part of these charts. It's kind of like a conditional, but the chapter would see it as a chart too. So this is the only part that you go and do it from the conditional formatting. This is one of the common chart problems that you would see. That's you don't see enough content inside. You don't. There's too many information in there. This is how you go and modify the charts so that you don't have these problems. So, for example, if this is too much information, there less one information, you go and add more items. For example, here, if you just show it like that, I wouldn't know which values are these. So for example, here you want to add an access title here, so you can know what are these data are. But also you have to select the appropriate chart for each table. And that brings us to the end of the chapter.